Despite this oppression, the people had set up what they called a parliament of the streets. A free press returned, with some 40 newspapers and magazines, with titles like Scoop, New Victory and Liberation Daily. Some were printed, others photocopied and handwritten, and most were distributed free. Making a rare appearance on television, Ne Win threatened his people.
It's now 8 minutes past 8 in the morning. The people of Burma chose this time, on the 8th day of the 8th month in 1988, to begin one of the most remarkable popular uprisings in modern times. The dock workers were the first to go on strike. Then in the days and weeks that followed, it seemed that almost everyone in Burma was showing a defiance and courage at least equal to those who stormed the Berlin Wall.
The students began it. Then each group came out with a banner saying, "We're from the doctors, we're from the lawyers." And they walked through the street shouting various slogans, of which the most common was, "This is our business." The government, "This is our business." Running the country, "This is our business," which in Burmese is "Do ye, do ye, do ye, do ye."
As tension rose between the people and the regime, Ne Win faced a new opponent, whose presence in Burma he had not reckoned on. Aung San Suu Kyi, daughter of the national hero Aung San, returned from her home in England. The leaders of the democracy movement persuaded her to join the struggle, and at her first appearance in Rangoon, more than 500,000 people heard her call for the restoration of democracy. The people now had a leader. Suu Kyi had never been a politician, but now, as a founder of the National League for Democracy, she called for elections. She spoke at rallies throughout the country. In one incident, she came close to assassination when troops refused to let her pass and threatened to shoot her.
Whatever problems arise are generally created because a truckload of armed soldiers come along and start waving their guns around. If the secretary of the local store can order his men to shoot down people without any real cause, it means that there's something very wrong with the system.
Despite the massacres in Rangoon, still the generals feared Suu Kyi. In July 1989, she was placed under house arrest in her father's home. 3,000 of her party workers were also arrested. With the opposition weakened, so they thought, the generals called elections for the following year. But they had failed to understand the depth of the country's frustration. Even sections of the army and police who had not been involved in the killings supported Suu Kyi. The National League for Democracy won an overwhelming victory, gaining 82% of the parliamentary seats. The generals were stunned and refused to hand over power. But the people's desire for freedom could not be smothered. The atrocities of 1988 remained a rallying cry.